Hello everybody, this is Cyberverse Prime. Now you're probably wondering, why is Starscream sitting here? Well, I kind of feel like I screwed up on the review. I'm going to end up deleting that very first review that I put of this guy because one, Bone Crusher was standing in front and I'm sure people were like, oh my god, he reviewed Bone Crusher, let's check it out. And then I feel like it was a clickbait video because it showed Bone Crusher as the thumbnail and not Starscream. So I know I could probably go back and fix the thumbnail, but I kind of rather make a brand new review. So, anyways, here is Starscream in his robot mode, and this is Studio Series 06, I believe. Yeah, 06. So when this mold came out, I absolutely fell in love, and so did other collectors. Other collectors really fell in love with this mold because this mold is so damn nice. There's no electronics in it. There's no electronics like the leader class because this is basically a downsized version and an upscale of the leader class and the deluxe. The deluxe class was based off of the leader class, and this Voyager is based off of basically both because you got the mass like the leader class and you got the engineering of the deluxe. And I have to say, I think this Voyager figure is definitely the best between the two because you don't have electronics you don't have electronics inside of Starscream with 2 or 3 voice clips or whatever, and you don't have that with this. And I just think that this looks to me a lot better. And in the deluxe was really good. I loved the deluxe, but there's more engineering and more articulation on this guy opposed to that original deluxe. So here you have him in his, well, I try to put him in that iconic pose where he kind of flew down and kind of landed on the street, and he's just kind of skiing across the street with this thing kind of out, and just I think he was getting ready to attack Ironhide and Ratchet in that scene, and of course attack Sam. But I do have to say, for a Voyager class figure that was $30, this is definitely not bad. I really love this Starscream. Oh my god. Now, as you all know, I do have the Earthrise Starscream, but I'm not going to compare them until I get to Earthrise Starscream, because I know a lot of people are saying, what does Earthrise Starscream look next to Studio Series Starscream? And we'll get to that when we get to the Earthrise stuff. I just want to review a lot of my Siege stuff and then turn over a new leaf and get to Earthrise. So, anyway, Starscream here. Oh my god. I love him. I mean, right now, if you can find this guy for a good price, definitely pick him up. I'm telling you, you do not want to pass on this guy. If you ever get a chance to see him, do not pass him up. He's a fantastic mold. I'm honestly debating to get 2 more of this particular Starscream and make custom versions of Skywarp and Thundercracker from Dark of the Moon, from the deluxe class scale versions. Because I'm not going to lie, that Studio Series Thundercracker may look like a G1 Seeker a little bit, but I want a more movie style Seekers, so yeah. So anyways, his articulation is really good. He's got, he can go completely 360 here. He's got double jointed like elbow or bicep. He's got a joint here. That's pretty much for transformation. He's got a wrist swivel on a ball joint. I believe, if not, this is the first time, other than I believe the Masterpiece version of Starscream, the hands finally have wrist swivels. No other Starscream has had wrist swivels before in the movie line, and I love that. Because for the longest time, I wanted Starscream to have wrist swivels, because the Revenge of the Fallen was like this, which looked really dumb. You had to turn his arm like this to make his hand look more natural. It just looks so dumb on the Voyager class. I mean, the original Voyager class from '07 didn't even have that. He had guns for arms. And then the leader class was about the same way. No, it was more like this, I think. Yeah, it was more like this, and then you fold up the hand, and then you put the little gun arm on here. I mean, the hands for Starscream over the years haven't really improved until we got to Studio Series, so I'm very happy to see the wrist rotation on the Studio Series and on the Masterpiece, which I do not have. I really want it, but I want Optimus more. But anyway, so that's his articulation in his arms. He does have a rotation at the head. He's got joints here, out to there, swivel here, and that's pretty, and a knee bend about here, but that's really more for transformation. So that's Starscream's articulation. So he's a pretty articulated boy. So before we go any further, here he is next to his Lord and Master Megatron. Definitely a really good Megatron. Here he is next to Optimus. He's pretty big. Starscream is. Here he is next to, of course, the ever lovable Bumblebee. Okay. So there he is next to his leader and two enemies, blah blah blah. So anyways, to transform him, you go ahead and remove this. His hand's already folded up, so that half is already done for us. You go ahead and fold this hand up. Pretty simple. Then you basically come here to his chest, fold out these little bits here, come to the back. Go ahead and rotate this down. Come up to the cockpit area, fold that down a little bit, and then flip this up. Close that panel, and then you should have something that looks like this, sort of. Next thing you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and rotate the legs up like this. Join these together. Fold down his feet, which kind of, I should have pointed that out. That kind of counts as to articulation, but it's really part of the transformation. Then what you want to do is next, his little chest piece armor kind of popped off. Sorry about that. Okay. So that popped off. Go ahead and rotate this. Well, maybe not. Okay. You want to go ahead and take these pieces here, fold them down, little wingy bits. Fold these just like that. Fold this in. And then you want to, then you want to rotate this down, this whole piece right here. Then you want to go ahead, lift these up, push these in. And now here comes the very tricky bit. This was the part of the original Dark of the Moon Deluxe and Leader class that was a pain. Alright, you want to go ahead and fold in his arms just like that. Well, that wasn't too bad. And then you got an accordion like it. Basically, you fold this in, and then if you can, you go ahead and squeeze it in between there. Then you're going to, this is how the double jointed elbow kind of thing works. You double jointed it, or you fold it down just like that. There you go. Then you take this piece and you fold that down, and then if you really want to, go ahead and fold down these bits here. These are going to be landing gear. They don't roll or anything. And then there is Transformers Studio Series '06 Starscream in his F-22 Raptor mode, and I have to say, at first glance, you would probably think this looks like a model, because I love this jet mode. This is the best '07 Starscream we've ever had, and I have to say, if you don't own this figure, you're really missing out. If you have the upscale leader, if you have the leader class version of this, version of Starscream, then you're golden. But I'm telling you now, if you're on a low budget and you don't really want to pay $150 for a masterpiece, or $200 or $300 for a leader class, or maybe $50 for a freaking deluxe that came out in 2011, get this. Get this instead. He's on Amazon, I believe, for a really good price. I believe it's retail price, actually. Maybe a little bit more over retail. But I'm telling you, for a Voyager class figure, you're not going to regret this. This is a fantastic figure and a fantastic mold. I just cannot recommend this guy enough, guys. I really can't. This is such a fantastic figure. Fantastic jet mode, Decepticon insignia, I believe Air Force symbol. Maybe not, but I'm not sure. I'm an Air Force dude, but if I was, wow. But yes, when I do the Earthrise Starscream, I will do a size comparison between the two, because I have to say, when the Earthrise Starscream and this Starscream are together, it looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Just to give him a comparison real quick, here he is next to Studio Series Jazz, and that's just about accurate scale. But if you're really going for real accuracy, leader class is the way to go. But yep, so there he is, guys. Transformers Studio Series 06 2007 Starscream. Thanks for watching, guys.